Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The rule is back. Y'all thought you would never see this man again, huh? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I'm doing well, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Very shocking Saturday. I'm not gonna lie. I was chilling, watching the Royal Rumble. Didn't like the ending. Hearing some stuff going on politically that I wasn't too fond of. Then all of a sudden, hours later, late in the night, I get a notification. Bleach report. I thought it was fake. I thought it was somebody got hacked. And then it was about the Lakers. I'm like, oh, what did Rob do now? I see Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. Excuse me? Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. I had to walk around for a little bit after I heard that news because I couldn't believe what I just read. Luka Doncic got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. In what galaxy does that exist? In what universe does that exist? A 25-year-old getting in his prime, 5-time All NBA, gets traded to the Lakers for one first round pick. Gets traded to the Lakers. I know y'all mad. I know everybody that are not Laker fans, that wish that their team could be better, that wish their team could finally see a championship won. I know they are sick. All of them. Because they see the writing on the wall. They see what's happening. And they wish it was them. That's why you see all this hate online, on social media, all these different people saying it's rigged. The league wants to help the Lakers, Celtics. They want that rivalry. Ratings are going down. It's all a part of the plan. They just don't want to accept we just got a good deal. They want to point to something. They want to point to a reason why we were able to get it. Oh, man. It feels good. It feels good to know that we went from Kareem to Magic to Kobe to Shaq to LeBron and now Luka Doncic. That's why I love this franchise. This is why I will never abandon this team. I will never switch up on this team because I know one day, sunshine and blue skies will happen again. It was some dark clouds centered around this franchise for a period of time, but then we got ourselves King James, Anthony Davis, championship. than Luka Doncic. Now we're going to be relevant again for another 10 years. And as you know, every superstar name that we acquire, they eventually get a championship as a Laker. Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, George Mikan, the Kobe's, the Shaqs, the LeBrons, the Anthony Davis, Pau Gasol, Magic Johnson, Kareem, go on and on and on. Every superstar name that joins the Lakers wins a ring. Luka Doncic will be the next player on that list. We are in a new generation, people. Y'all just going to have to watch and hate because there's nothing you can do. Oh, man, it feels good to be on the mountaintop yet again. I don't know what else to say besides you hate us because you can't beat us. All right, let's get down to business. Listen, I wanted to gloat a little bit, but now we got to get serious here. So, yes, I was very shocked by what transpired on Saturday. I didn't believe it was real, just like a whole bunch of people didn't believe it was real. It felt surreal. It didn't feel logical at all. Why would you trade somebody that young, that dominant, that great at such a young age? That's like trading LeBron around age 25. It's like, why would you do that? LeBron at his age, what he was doing, Luka was doing a lot of the same things statistically. So why would you do that? Especially after he took y'all to the finals the previous year. And a lot of it was because of his greatness. Let's face it. The Dallas Mavericks, the reason they went to the finals, yes, Kyrie played a part. Yes, they acquired some decent pieces, role players, to complement Kyrie and Luka. But we got to be honest about this. Luka Doncic, if Luka didn't go crazy in the playoffs, if he didn't carry that team, especially against Minnesota, they would have been cooked food out of there. So for all the people say, oh, the Mavericks be fine. Yeah, they'll win some games for sure. They'll make the playoffs. They'll be competitive. But in terms of finals, no, absolutely not. No. What Luka did last year to get to the finals was absurd. I didn't even think they had a chance. I didn't even think they had a shot, and they were able to pull it off. I thought it was Minnesota or it was Denver, and Luka said, watch this. And he put on an absolute show. He put one of the best playoff runs I've seen in a minute. So we have to really analyze this, because what the Lakers just did, they just traded away the superstar center in Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, he is a superstar, top 10 player in the NBA. He is an amazing player. We have to acknowledge that, because I feel like a lot of people are forgetting how good Anthony Davis is. Because yes, Luka, 25 years old, 5-time first team All NBA, 5 straight years, absolutely amazing talent. But let's not act like Anthony Davis is some chopped liver. Like, Anthony Davis made first team All Defense, second team All NBA, and with his numbers last year, in normal circumstances, he'd be first team All NBA at his position. It's just, you got Jokic to compete, and you have Joel Embiid. It's kind of hard to really make first team All NBA as a center when you have those two players to compete against. But he's a top 10 player in the NBA, and he's one of the top 5 best defensive players in the NBA. So let's not act like Anthony Davis is chopped liver. But it's Luka Doncic at the end of the day, a top 3 player in the NBA, future face of the league when LeBron retires. No denying that. And I want to talk about the Lakers. Okay, now you get rid of AD, you get rid of Max Christie. That hurt my soul too. I ain't gonna lie, that was a gut punch to me. But it's Luka Doncic. Get rid of Max Christie. He was a quality defender, can knock down some threes for you. can knock down some shots. He was really getting into his own as a 3-and-D guy. You bring in Luka Doncic, you bring in Maxi Kleber, who's I think he's pretty much out for the year. He's hurt. And then Markieff Morris, he's not going to get no playing time. He's cooked food now. All right. We need a center. So my thinking is this. I know I'm going to be saying the same stuff other people have been saying. 3 names: Nick Claxton, Miles Turner, Walker Kessler. Now, I think the most difficult one is Walker Kessler because Danny Ainge is asking for the moon for Walker Kessler. He wants 3 first-round picks for Walker Kessler. He wants an enormous package for Walker Kessler. So that one, unless we give up Austin Reeves in the deal, I don't know if we'll be able to get that done. Nick Claxton, I think that's doable. Miles Turner, I think that's doable. It's just who we're going to give up, and are we going to put Austin Reeves in the deal? That's the biggest question of them all. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't want to give up Austin Reeves. I know he's a defensive liability. We got Luka Doncic now, so why do you need Austin Reeves? You already have 2 playmakers in LeBron and Luka Doncic. But hear me out. Austin Reeves, he has something that a lot of teams don't have, and that is a 4 or 5, a 6-man potentially coming off of your bench, gives you instant offense, can play make, can get you 20 a game, can get you 7 assists a game. He is something that you need to win a championship, and for you to give up him, especially with that friendly contract. If I'm going to give up Austin Reeves, I gotta get like an all-star caliber player. I'm sorry, because or it has to be like a great ass trade package. I'm talking about I'm getting like multiple players, multiple good players, and we're figuring something out from there. But to just give up Austin Reeves for like a Nick Claxton, a Walker Kessler, and then a first-round pick to go on with that, I think that's a little too steep because this contract is so team-friendly. You're getting a bargain with him and his upside. He keeps getting better every single year. It's looking like he can be an all-star one day, the way his offensive game is looking at this point. I think we need to be careful when it comes to putting Austin Reeves in deals unless we get a legitimately good deal for him, because the talent level is undeniable, and then the contract as well. So we have those 2 things in our favor when negotiating for some type of good deal. So when Danny Ainge says, hey, I want 3 first-round picks for Walker Kessler and then Austin Reeves, that's way too much, or 2 first-round picks in Walker Kessler for Austin. 2 first-round picks in Austin Reeves, I think, is too much for a Walker Kessler. So we need to there needs to be some sort of compromise in that situation, but that's the number one need. We need a big, and I will say this because I've been hearing, well, losing AD, the defense and the rebounding, absolutely. He undeniable, great rebounder, great defender, great rim protector. But when you have Luka Doncic now, who is an offensive threat like we've never seen before, and then you also have LeBron James, who's, come on now, it's LeBron James. Now, with your bigs, all they have to do is play the role. Rebound, block shots, catch lobs. With Anthony Davis, here's the thing with Anthony Davis. Because Anthony Davis was the number 1 option, yes, he was the number 1 option for the Lakers. Not only did Anthony Davis have to be the number 1 option for the Lakers, he had to be the best defender. He had to rebound, do the gritty work as well. That's why Anthony Davis would say, hey, we need to go after a center. I want to play the 4 because I don't want to do the dirty work. I don't want to do the gritty work of getting the rebounds, guarding the centers, because it exerts too much energy and puts a lot of load on my body. That's pretty much what he was trying to emphasize on that. And it makes a lot of sense. He's going to be in Dallas now. We'll see how he works with Daniel Gafford, and when Derek Lively eventually comes back, how that looks, because ultimately he got what he wanted, but he's just on a different team now. Well, with the Lakers, you need to go after somebody that knows their role, that will do a lot of dirty work, will block shots, will rebound, and is a great lob threat for LeBron or AD. The 3 names I just said perfect. They fit perfectly. It's just about what deal are these teams are going to want. I believe we can get them, but are they going to ask for too much in the deal is the question. And it seems like the past few years with the Miles Turner, with the Walker Kessler, they've been overpricing everything. With the Nets, we'll see how that situation goes, but those are the three centers I'm looking at. I heard Mitchell Robinson as well, but he's still coming back from a major injury. I think that could be a possibility, but the injury concern that's the one for me. So I don't know if I want to go after Mitchell Robinson. That would be a move that, in terms of like ceiling wise, I don't think that's a big ceiling if we get Mitchell Robinson. I think that would be like a last resort if we go after Mitchell Robinson and not anybody else. But we need a center. We need to fill the void for Max Christie as well, because Max Christie was a really good up and coming wing defender, and he can knock down threes. Dalton Connect, he can't guard me or a park core. That's how bad he is. His shot is still very it's hot and cold. Certain nights he'll be on, certain nights he's off, so you can't really count on Dalton Connect, rookie. Then you have you have Jared Vanderbilt, great defender, great hustle, great effort, but offensively he's a liability. You have Dorian Finney-Smith, he can knock down the three, but he's not really an offensive threat. He's a good stand 3-point shooter, and he's a good wing defender. Okay. You need somebody that can be like Max Christie, that can fill the void for Max Christie, because Max Christie, he can put the ball on the floor a little bit. Yeah, for the most part, he was standing, shoot 3-pointer. But there was times where I saw Max Christie, he would put the ball on the floor and he would score a little bit. He was doing some things, and he was a good wing defender, and he was a starter for our team. So we need another wing player that can start, that can make a positive difference on the team, because Max Christie was tremendous for us. And yeah. Because when you have LeBron and Luka, we have to remember that LeBron and Luka, they have the offensive responsibilities. They're not going to be playing so much defense. So you have to find guys that can fill that void, that can fill that discrepancy of the lack of defense. And this trade, I think the trade deadline ends Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. We need to get a big that can block shots, rebound, do their role, lob threat, and then we need a wing. We need another wing that can shoot and that can play defense. Who that is, I don't know, but if we are really trying to win now, then those are the two things that we need. I love the move. I love Luka Doncic on the team. That was such a great value to get. Anthony Davis is about to turn 32 years old. He has been playing a lot of games as of late for the past 2 years. He's been staying healthy, so salute to him. He's been on a tear for these past 2 years. He's been the number one option offensively for the Lakers. It's just when you have the opportunity to get Luka Doncic at that age, knowing that LeBron is 40 years old, knowing that LeBron doesn't have a whole lot of time left, you have to make that move. You have to. And for Rob Pelinka, salute to Rob Pelinka. I didn't think he had it in him. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't think Rob Pelinka was this cerebral and calculated as a GM, because normally I used to kill him all the time about his lack of just urgency, getting deals done. It felt like the only time he was able to get a deal done was back when Magic Johnson was with the organization and they got Anthony Davis and they got LeBron James. I thought, hey, that was Magic Johnson. But or that was Clutch Sports and LeBron James doing all the work. But this is the first move where I look at Rob Pelinka and I say to myself, you did your thing. You cooked. You cooked a 5-star meal on this one. This trade was all on you. That was a 5-star swerve like I ever seen before. What he did, I thought everybody in the league hated Rob Pelinka. I thought, according to Stephen A., majority of the execs in the league don't like Rob Pelinka because when he was an agent, just certain things he would do, rub certain teams the wrong way. I thought that's why we got the Laker tax. But lo and behold, he had a relationship with Nico Harrison, the GM for the Mavericks, and hey, he was able to get it done. So salute to Rob Pelinka. For once, you actually did something great. It's been a minute. The Westbrook contract, that trade was horrible. Just making some silly moves. You have redeemed yourself. With this move, I can forgive you for the Russell Westbrook trade. Literally, I can, this move changes everything. Because before we were on a timeline, it was like one of them little hourglass sand glasses where we had a limited amount of time before all this would be over. Now we got an extra 10 years with Luka, as long as he can stay healthy and he can put it upon himself to really get in shape, really be determined and motivated to want to be a great player, because we see the talent, we see the consistency on the court. It's just about long term. It's just about taking the game more seriously than what he already has. We know what you are, but I feel like he can take it to a whole nother level. This guy has the ability to be the best player in the NBA if he puts 100% effort into committing himself on the offensive and defensive end and being in the best shape possible. That's why we still have LeBron James. That's why I'm so glad LeBron gets to play with Luka. LeBron has had so many great duos. Him and Dwayne Wade, him and Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, now Luka. This was a great thing to see, because Luka, LeBron James, he's mentioning it, huge LeBron James fan. I remember Kobe. He talked glowingly about Luka before, unfortunately, he passed. This is just great to see. It just felt like destiny or something like that. I don't know what to say. But having LeBron and Luka play together is going to be great to see. Great to see two players play a lot similar in terms of their style of play. And I also want to push back on this idea that LeBron should demand a trade to like the Warriors. Why would LeBron go to the Warriors? Do we not see what's going on with the Warriors right now? Why would LeBron go from a situation where the team has a player that is close to being in his prime and that has made 5 straight all NBA first teams, leave that and go to a situation, a dumpster fire, where the best player is on the decline? We see it. We see it live. Stephen Curry is on the decline, 35 years old, 36 years old. Why would he go from a great situation in LA where you have a superstar player that you can literally give the baton to and potentially win a championship, to Golden State, where you got an old roster? You have a bunch of Jags around Steph, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins. Why would you go to that situation? It's a waste of time. The only place LeBron should ever consider leaving the Lakers for is the Cavaliers, because they're actually competing for a championship. They're the number 1 seed right now. They look like a legitimate threat to the Celtics. That's the only team he should be thinking about getting traded to. Other than that, why would he leave the Lakers to go to the Warriors? That he's just leaving a better situation to go to a worse situation. It makes no sense. Just logically speaking, for all the people thinking, oh, LeBron to the Warriors, oh, Steph and LeBron, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why would he do that? Why would he go from a young superstar to an old superstar who's in a far worse position than what the Lakers are right now? It makes absolutely no sense. So let's put that to bed right now. Anywho, So yeah, just to conclude, we need um, Nick Claxton, Walker Kessler, Miles Turner. Those are the three bigs that I'm looking at that Rob Pelinka needs to be on the phone trying to get. And for wings, for 3-and-Ds, I don't know that I have absolutely no clue on. Maybe we won't be able to get that necessarily, but we need a big. That's the number one need right now. I believe Rob Pelinka will be able to do it. I just hope that we're able to keep Austin Reeves because I really like Austin Reeves, and his scoring prowess is needed to win a championship. You're trying to win a championship. You have three ball handlers, three guys that can distribute, three guys that can score the rock. I don't see why that's not a benefit at all. So, yeah. On the Dallas Mavericks side of things, here's my thing. Because just looking at the depth chart, we got to go look at the depth chart, man. Like, come on now. Hold on. Chart. So with Anthony Davis, in the picture now, let's see what we got. Share screen. All right. Whoops. Hold on. Is my face right there? Yeah, my face is right there. So as you can see, this is the depth chart for the Dallas Mavericks. So yes, Kyrie Irving, amazing player, point guard. Klay Thompson, let's face it, he's not what he once was. Can't defend like he used to. It's not the shooter that he once was. PJ Washington at the 3. I don't know. That one is going to be a bit tricky. Anthony Davis at the 4, Daniel Gafford at the 5. We have Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Christie, Dante Exum, Najee Marshall, Jaden Ivey. He's not even in the 3rd unit. You have Quentin Grimes. So that is the depth chart. Here's my thing. Playmaking. I like Kyrie, but he does not pass the ball like Luka Doncic. He wants to score the rock. Spencer Dinwiddie is the same way. They're damn near the same players. Just Kyrie is way better than him. What are the Mavericks going to do offensively from now on? Because, you got Luka Doncic. He's on the Lakers now. Luka Doncic, he made PJ Washington better. He made Daniel Gafford a lot better. Klay Thompson went to the Mavericks partly because of Luka Doncic, and he's going to give him open looks. What do you do now when you take that away? You take that playmaking away. You take away a guy that's averaging 10 assists a game for a guy that's averaging maybe 5 assists a game. I'm not saying Kyrie can't pass the ball. I'm saying that's not his style of play. That's not what makes Kyrie great. He's a scoring guard. He's more of a shooting guard than he is a point guard. And now you're going to have him with more responsibilities that he's used to. That might be a disaster. But the defense should get better with Anthony Davis. Their wing defenders, I'm a bit concerned with. Max Christie is their best wing defender by far. PJ Washington, God bless you, but no. So yeah, like their wing defenders, they don't really have much wing defenders. They don't really have any much playmakers. Kyrie Irving is not known as a playmaker. He is a scoring guard. Spencer Dinwiddie the same way. How is this going to work? Anthony Davis, he's going to make sure that the interior is protected, him and Daniel Gafford, and then when Derek Lively comes back, which will probably be around playoff time. But I don't believe this team is the best team in the West, and I'm going to pause on the second best team in the West. I have to see this team first. I have to see what they look like, but yeah, they do have some pieces I like. But I can see this team, they could be a 5th seed. They could be the 5th best team just for the fact that they're missing playmakers, guys that are assist guys that can pass the ball, that known for passing the football, known for passing the basketball, making their teammates better. They have scoring guards, not guys that can facilitate the basketball, and wing defenders. So That is really my concern is wing defenders and guards that can pass the ball. They don't have it. How are they going to be able to get over that Achilles heel of theirs when it comes to those two things? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I think this team is. I think they can easily make the playoffs. I would say second round, maybe second round. But besides that, I don't see this team making to the conference finals. I think the Grit. Can they beat the Grizzlies? Can they beat the Rockets and the Grizzlies? I will say that the Western Conference, besides OKC and Denver, in my opinion, I believe any other team could be had. I believe the two best teams in the Western Conference right now is the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then after that, you can say it could be Houston, it could be Memphis, it can be the Mavericks, the Lakers, Clippers, etc. But after Denver and OKC, I believe the West is just it's wide open. But yeah, those are my 2 cents on the trade. We'll talk about it further in another episode on the podcast, but that is my initial reaction. I'm excited for what to come from the Lakers with Luka Doncic. He's still overweight. I know that. We all know that. But give him like a month. He's going to get in shape. LeBron going to get him right. I'm not too worried about that at all. Hopefully this motivates him. I heard that he just bought a $15 million home in Dallas a week ago. And then 2 days ago, he got traded. That's tough. And then Anthony Davis just bought a $32 million home in Los Angeles, and he got traded. This is the most shocking NBA trade in NBA history. I never thought something like this could ever happen. And yeah, until next time, I'll give you guys a more detailed analysis on the next podcast, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, peace.